This is Mark Warner with PropertyMortgageInvestment.com, and I'm here to comment today on an article that I found really interesting in the Dallas Morning News recently. It was written by Will Deener in the business section, and he talked about the cause of the disruption in the stock market. But he used some interesting phraseology here, and he said he hoped that people would understand why he was talking about the bull market would continue as it had over the past 2 years, even though the market at that particular time was shedding about 270 points. And they go back and he comments about everybody's newscasts talk about three things that they're blaming the downturn of the market for. And those three things were the chronically ill U.S. housing market, secondly, the debt of the Greeks and the devastation that might happen in Greece, and then the third thing was our inability to reach a new debt ceiling in the halls of our congressional leaders. So he commented on all three of those. First of all, let me talk about the Greeks. He then quoted, which I didn't know, that the Greeks have about 300 billion in gross domestic product. And he said that that's not even a significant rounding error compared to our $14 trillion economy. He then commented about the problem with raising the debt ceiling and what that would do to our debt and our debt rating, and how that would be perceived around the world for those who finance our government debt. We continue to need additional debt to finance our current situation, and obvious we need to get our spending under control, more in line with what our income is that they generate. So he did talk about the inevitability of our people in Congress not making the decision to raise the debt ceiling so that we could continue to finance our government operations. And if you look at it, that would be absolutely political suicide for somebody not to vote for us financing our situation that we find ourselves in. So they'll figure it out, and we'll be able to continue to run the operation. He did talk, and I thought that it was very interesting, that the stock market itself had gained more than 90% in the last 2 years with absolutely no help from the housing market. So the point of all of this, and related to the PropertyMortgageInvestment.com website that we have, is even though it has been chronically ill for the last 2 years and very little activity that would boost the economy and boost our gross domestic product, and the importance of the housing industry as it has been in the past, we've had a tremendous boom in the stock market without that housing market. So imagine what could happen if we open our pocketbooks, get the positive attitude that we will get through this cycle, and understand the housing market could be the key piece in making this cycle come back and come out of its doldrums and reviving the economic situation that we find ourselves in. If you'd like to comment on this post or this video, you can write us at askpmi.com, or you can send us an email and make any kind of requests you have, responses that you have on the YouTube channel that we have. This is Mark Warner with PropertyMortgageInvestment.com.